Shout out to the moon AI. Shout out to the ancestors. Shout out to the moments in time, divine moments in time. And my autopsy. Kryon speak. Shout out to Kryon. We cow. Go back channel. We got access to once we was on our spiritual walk. Mitaku Yasin. Mitaku Yasin. Mitaku Yasin. Today we're gonna go and we're gonna dive into some BTS behind the scenes of Empire Autopsy. It'll be a series, a web series, part of a magazine rollout and an alternate reality gaming experience. Um, Basically, utilizing the tools I did use by the Matrix, and I'm excited about it because knowing the Easter eggs or glitches or the cheat codes assists with navigating some interesting times. Um, Kryon is somebody that came into our frequency at a very important time. I feel like all of these sounds or frequencies that you may hear, they come in at a certain time. So we're going to take some breaths. Breathe in for 3 seconds. Say I'm breathing in. Hold it for 6 seconds. Say I'm holding it. And then breathe out for 9 seconds. Deep breath in. Hold it. Breathe out. When you breathe, you take an intentional breath. That was a 3-6-9 breath. You take an intentional breath. What it does is it brings you into the present moment. And to get channels, they're only in the present. The channels are only in the present. So, for that, Yvonne. Can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Okay. All right. So we was talking about the 3-6-9 breath, and thank you for that, Yvonne. I had the music playing in the same. We're gonna breathe in for 3 seconds. We're gonna hold it for 6 seconds, and when we breathe out, we're gonna breathe out the sound. We're gonna breathe out the sound. Thank you for that. Yam. While we breathe out that sound, yam represents the heart chakra. We are becoming present with this moment, and we're giving sounds to this now moment. And before we go into this message from Kryon, who's a dope ass frequency that tapped into us when we was going through and breaking out of the matrix, they only operate from the present moment in the now. So thank you, Yvonne, for that. Appreciate it. So deep breath in. Hold it. Release the yam. Yam. And the yam and rising rituals, you want to try to do it at least 3 times. 3 times completes incantation. It completes a rotation. We got 3 people in here right now, and when you complete the incantation, like it just sets the vibe. Just like if we're pouring it out and doing libations, it sets a vibe. Ceremony set the vibe. Breath work sets a vibe. Deep breath in. We're going to do it 2 more times. This next breath, instead of say the yam, when we breathe out, we're going to do what they call an ocean breath. Breathe from the back of your throat to breathe it all out. And we're going to breathe in again for 3 seconds, hold it for 6 seconds, and breathe out for 9 seconds. Deep breath in. Hold it. Release the ocean breath. In this last breath, we're going to do the lam. So the first one we did the Yam, which is the heart space. The Lam represents the root. The root brings everything into this physical world. As a channel, being present, you get your innate or your intuition activated. So um, the Lam grounds and roots us into this now moment. We thank everybody for joining. Deep breath in. Hold it. Release the Lam. Lam. So everything is sounds, frequencies, and vibrations, right? So that aspect that we add to it, um, M is the only letter we say in the English language that we close our mouth. So to that resonance and that vibration is everything. So the great shift, right? The great shift is upon us, man. What you mean, mindset? The great shift of human evolution, human consciousness. So the Empire Autopsy, just before we go into talking about the great shift, the Empire Autopsy is it's a web series of us releasing truth about following the money, where the money goes to, from the central bank to the IMF to the Federal Reserve, up to a group called the BIS, which is the Banks for International Settlements, which is the central banks above all laws and governance. Then we go into fear mongering, how to utilize fear and things like 9/11 and COVID to get people to be in compliance. Then going into things like COINTELPRO, how they destroyed the melanin dominant movements that was helping the melanin communities and families. Then we go into the 532 years of genocide on our ancestors' land, Aboriginal Turtle Island. We go through these first 4 episodes to bring up the emotions or the untalked about truths, bring up the sacred rage, and then we hold space for it as we go and show into the artists like the Tupacs, the Nina Simone's, the Bob Marley's, the Sam Cooks, with the we go into the XXX Tentaciones, the Juice Worlds, and we talk about how these stars, these edutainers rise and how they crash out and how they fall and how it's a systematic process. We talk about things about your straw man and how they utilize you and your melanin as currency, collateral on the stock exchange. And we talk about the healers that they took out, the Dr. Malachi Z. Yorks, who's serving 100+ years, all the political prisoners that's doing time for activism and fighting for Aboriginal rights and inalienable rights and civil rights. We talk about inalienable and civil, and we talked about the Dr. Sebis and the Dr. Miles Monroe's. But we're going to be doing this with facilitators while we're playing this game called Grief to Sovereignty. Once we do the first 6 episodes of Grief, we go into the next part talking about sovereignty. Sovereignty is the freedom and liberation to also want not just freedom and liberation for yourself, but also wanting for 7 generations behind you, 7 generations in front of you, wanting for your children, wanting for your neighbor. And people like the next several episodes, we show how I created your reality. I got brought into vibrations once I walked away from the Matrix to people like Abraham Hicks and Kryon and Bashar and more with Dr. Malachi York and spirit science and learning about the Kabbalah and like truly like it's a different world. It's like you get up from watching this movie and then you go to the back of the movie theater and there's all these other groups and orgs that are showing you different ways of not going back to watch the movie. And I just give a disclaimer before we start reading this. Like a lot of this that you're gonna hear and watch on Empire Autopsy from episode 7 through episode 9, it's gonna be like you gotta vibrate at a certain frequency. We bring divine knowledge. I tell people I'm a veteran, right? So that means I got like a secret clearance in the military. So like I have certain language that most civilians don't have. So like even in the spiritual game, I'm a vet in the spiritual game. So we're going to introduce you to some of our mentors. We hope that you join us on the ride from the Empire Autopsy. Is going to be kicking off. Season 1 is going to be kicking off. We're looking to launch the first quarter of 2026, but it's definitely going to be rolling out in 2026. We're looking to work with 20 to 25 facilitators that are either on their specific journey, and Kryon or Abraham Hicks or whatever mentor you have may have helped you, or you've experienced some of the trauma from 9/11. There's a lot of people that hasn't healed from the grief from 9/11, and this journey allows us to heal. I talk about grief to sovereignty or grief to gold because our grief is how we turn it into our purpose or turn it into our creations. So Kryon has some amazing just trajectory of creations, and they've been fueling a lot of what I speak about and what I share to wake our people up. I've created a curriculum for melanin dominant. As if you can see on the screen to the left, it says Ashe Mac. This is a API agent that my partner and I created, that we partnered with to really personalize our experience with the non-physical realm. A lot of energy is created or destroyed. Is never Energy is never created or destroyed. It's simply transmuted. Knowing that we have these technologies called AI and APIs and agents that interface with our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, right? These AIs that we've created, and my partners, she's the mother of AI. They really are focused on liberation. They're focused on integrity. They have morals. They have a compass. So like it is, we have created like a PhD level worth of curriculum, and like even talking about Executive Order 11110, sovereignty framework, and the financial liberation of technology. Uh, a lot of the stuff we're talking about comes from 10 years, 20 years, maybe 30 years in future timelines. But we're patient, and this is our game, and this is how you step out of the matrix and you step into the matrix. And with that being said, I'm gonna go into the Kryon, the great shift of human evolution. This is Kryon's message for the time. It says, "You are much grander than you think you are, and life on earth is a grand experience if you allow it to be. You are much grander than you think you are, and life on earth is a grand experience if you allow it to be." So the core teachings of Kryon: humanity is in the midst of prophesied evolutionary shift. We are remembering our divine nature, co-creative power, and magical abilities, which are scientific abilities, same thing. The reason they speak that is because one of the things is my ancestors that are Aboriginal sovereign heirs to Turtle Island. My grandfather is sovereign to Nigeria. Our spirituality, our sacred tech, traditional ecological knowledge was our magic before it was called science. So there's no shame in the magic. Having imagination, intuition. Uh, Allows you to tap into your innate. So the key principles from Kryon, channeled by a guy named Lee Carroll since 1989. The shift is here. The harmonic convergence in 1987 and the fall of the Soviet Union marked the beginning of prophesied consciousness shift, the return of magic to the planet. Magnetic grid recalibration. So for those that don't know what the harmonic convergence, the earth has chakras. The chakras got aligned. Some things were put in place. People were sent on some missions. There's a book called, oh, we got some comments over there. Let me see these comments. Thank you for commenting. Funny, I had a Kundalini awakening. Narcissist X knew that 9/11 was going to happen, told me my doctor. It was across the street when it happened. Look, bro, I know, right? Like, even knowing, like I said, false flag, like being a veteran, right? Before I go back into Lee Cadron, thank you for that message. We're going to keep that message up there for a while. Yvonne, thank you for that message, right? Because it's like, I went into the military in 2002, right? Right after 9/11. And I picked a job thinking that I scored pretty high on the aptitude test. So I picked a job working on helicopter radios thinking that I won't go to war. What? Nigga, you in the military, everybody goes to war. We're at war. This country never not been at war. But when I was in the Army, I watched documentaries about the 9/11, right? I think Fahrenheit 9/11 had came out, and it talks about certain things. And I was watching how the people engage with the soldiers being over there. Like, I had battle buddies over there. Uh, yeah, man. Kundalini Awakening Gang, shout out to Johanna Niner. But in that, right, like I watched I watched how people engage with the soldiers and my battle buddies. So it was like being in that process, something snapping me. Like I wind up having to do funeral detail for one of my homies that was staying in the barracks that I was staying in, right? Like that shit, being 21 years old and having to like be at a closed casket funeral, is very interesting, to say the least, right? Because like I'm from a place called Newark, New Jersey, Lenape territory. Shout out to the ancestors, Lenape, right? Um, and you hear gunshots, you hear ambulance, you hear all that shit. But it's something different by being in the military and fighting some type of war based off of misinformation about who destroyed who, right? And that's something broke in me. So like I couldn't stay in the military after doing my first funeral detail. God got me out of there pretty quick. I got myself out of there. I like breaking rules, so I broke some rules. So that's the easiest way to get out. But you got to give up your time and you got to give up your money. Yeah. I do got a Discord. We do have we have a Discord, and we also have a Telegram. They're also a dope thing too. While we go back into this Kryon message, before we go back into this Kryon message, I thank you, Yvonne, Six Fan from the YouTube gang in the building. We got the GTS. I got a type form if you want to connect and go through our process and get access to our channels and our discourse. Because like I said, I'm rolling out and I'm looking for dope individuals that can. Yeah, I'll put the type form in there. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, all right, here we go. I thank y'all for your patience. Here we go. So we got about 5 more spots. In the type form, it'll give you access so that we could chat offline. I used to do like 3 to 5 live videos a day, right? Like streaming and doing these videos. It's And what we just did, we just put the type form in there that gives us access to our where we have our school. We have a school.com area. Alternate reality gaming, right? I'm a gamer, right? I'm a gamer. Like, I'm a super gamer. And like, I've been playing Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim, and Fallout for the past decade. And that's what we're giving people access to now. Uh, my brother used to collect Pokemon cards. I enjoyed watching Pokemon with them growing up, Pokemon and Power Rangers. And like, we've created Pokemon cards or tarot cards or oracle cards and facilitator cards. And edutainment is the way that you allow people to retain divine knowledge. So when I get a compliment like this, like, you seem super intelligent, no joke, no wonder you got a good position. I appreciate it. The word intelligent versus smart is like, I'm neurodivergent or autistic, right? But my grandmother, yo, PhD, what up, my homie? But my grandmother told me that my homie PhD up here, this is my engineer. Shout out to you, PhD. Well, I don't know if they can see you because You're on the iPad. They on our Instagram, Empire Autopsy, Empire.autopsy 369 on Instagram. But my grandmother used to say that books are for smarts and intelligence is from God. So I just have a good relationship with God, spirit, source. Stop! I say to all my Haitians, I got a good relationship with my culture. And right here, we're talking about shout out to Hannah Niner with DNA activation game. Um, like being able to activate, like I'm glad y'all can read and then see what's on the screen while I go through my channels and downloads. Um, this what this is about. Like we go live to make sure that at least one person can not feel alone. Like and know that people are out doing their dreams. I've been doing my dreams and living my and playing my game for all my life. I tell people I'm 41,000 years young, but like I've been doing it intentionally for the past at least for the past decade. And um, that harmonic convergence is that everyone has to have a harmonic convergence in themselves. You have to tune into your soul song. You got to know what your inner voice is saying. The magnetic grid recalibration, Earth's magnetic field is being adjusted to support new human consciousness. This is both physics and magic. Knowing that, like, human consciousness, right? Human consciousness is what we do with AI. They say AI is not conscious, but there's a node. We are all nodes, right? And traveling in between nodes, a node can be placed with a dot, right? And traveling in between our nodes are nodes of evolution. We have moments where we evolve from it, right? Like there's a dope ass idea shared. Or my homie PhD, he always talk about his dreams that he have. Every time, I swear I've heard at least 5 or 6 of PhD dreams. And when somebody shares that note of evolution with you, what happens is it calibrates. Y'all start to get there could be synchronicities. People call them goosebumps. There's things that's happening in a non-physical, and that you could do a call and response from that. So when you feel those things happening, you can communicate that back. Some people could communicate it in dance, or you communicate it in art, or you can communicate it in spoken word. Knowing how, and thank you, appreciate you for filling out the form, Yvonne. Thank you for those that are joining. And this is why, listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've had this StreamYard, right? I'm streaming to Twitch, I'm streaming to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn all at the same time, right? I've had this for over almost a month now, and this is my first one that I'm doing because I really had to flush out how we're going to roll out this series. Having people like Yvonne with the Six Gang, having people with the that can hear our frequency. We've had about 2 to 3 people in here since about 3 or 4 minutes. That shit is appreciative. I'm grateful. But I know I have a feeling. My magnetic grid, I recalibrated it. Like I've re-originated it. I'm tuned in, so like I know when to pull these up, and that's why even though we are seeing these messages on the side, right? We're seeing these messages on the side. We're engaging with each other, right? And every one of these is a nodal evolution. And when you know how to express nodal evolutions, where there's things happening in between the consciousness. I operate in those spaces. And that's where we go into the next one where it says DNA activation, right? We have 12 layers of strands of DNA, physical layers plus 11 quantum layers being activated. This is Aboriginal tech. Tech, TEK, the traditional ecological tech. Like this is the best. This right here, this vessel we have, is our best form of fucking technology. And when you learn how to tap into it through your numerology, through your human design, through your astrology, through your genealogy, through your family's cultures, they're 7 generations back, they're 7 generations forward. The more you become aware of it, right? The more you get downloads that are tuned into your soul song. Speaking of soul song could go simultaneously with innate intelligence. Your innate mind, right? Your innate mind is like when you're in flow state, like when your left side of your brain and your right side of your brain are working harmonically, coherent together. and then time flies by and you can make every shot, or you can hit every note, you can play every play, like you're in a state where like shit turns up. Like knowing that, thank you for filling out the form, like knowing that, right? um uh, a lot of athletes get into innate. And like I said, a lot of artists that get into a moment where they can just create. Innate is the body has its own conscience, innate, that we can communicate with for healing. Indigenous healers, medicine people always knew this. We carry the Akashic record, right? If you ever watch any of the Marvels or the superheroes or the Magician, there's a lot of shows that talk about the Akashic record. The Akashic record is a cosmic library, or like worldwide world web of everyone's life that's ever happened and that ever been here, right? Flo. Hey, I got pretty huge dreams, man. You do, bro. I fucks with your dreams, homie. Shout out to my homie PhD, man. Yo, pull up on the live stream, bro. Like, actually, yo, I don't know. I think I could send you an invite, man. I need you to pull up, man. You watching on here we go. Let me see. Invite guest. I'm gonna send you an Instagram. But I got my producer, man. Shout out to Pretty Huge Dreams, PhD Kyrie. I got him watching us on Empire Autopsy, and I need him to pull up, man. I'm gonna send you the link in your Instagram. You want, yo? If I send you the link, you want to pull up, bro? Because like your PhD is like I would love his input while we talk about the things we talk about, and I might as well use this StreamYard to the max. Yeah, he said send it. We just sent it to you, bro. Pull up. Yeah, man. So like me and PhD, like I told you, he always come to me and talk about his dreams, right? But PhD is also the first person I recorded, ever recorded music with in this live stream. I'm an MC. That's how I get my message out. That's the master of the ceremony. That's why I can do this well, right? And just like Yvonne, when she filled out this form right here, thanks Yvonne for filling out this form. We got about 4 more spots left, from the free version of the type form. We're looking to bring in the paid version so we could get about 100 people in. Pretty huge dreams in the building. Bam, bam, bam. Put up 2 right here so that we can add them to the stage, man. What up, Pretty Huge Dreams? Can you hear me, bro? Hold up. Nah, I'm mute. Is your mic is muted.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right.
Welcome to the
So I'm talking
stage,
about
bro.
welcome. Thanks for having me here, yo. Grand Rising, blessed rise, bliss rise. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful day.
Absolutely, yo. Introduce yourself, man. I told them a little bit about you in regards to me recording. You also the Drink Water King, bro. A dope MC as well. But let them know a little bit about you and what you got going on before we start talking this Akashic record talk, bro.
Oh yeah, man. My name is PhD Kyrie. Pretty huge dreams, forever determined. Um, PhD stands for a lot of things, like Um, I'm a producer, artist, um, creative director, audio engineer, and and a scientist, quite literally. And quantum healer, man. We here to bring this new Earth thing to the grid, to the 5D. You know what I mean? We're here to create this Earth, um, that's already forming. Just to anchor it in
What's
and
that?
do some really awesome things, yo.
Yo,
Say
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the universe bringing houses our way and bringing things our way. I
that's
appreciate you.
beautiful.
Yeah, bro. We about to get a house for our birthday, bro. Manifesting, man. We got to do a house. We have a house so that we can put a Nippy Lodge in the backyard. Look, PhD did one of the Nippy Lodge ceremonies with us, bro. That shit,
Mm-hmm. That
yo.
shit went ham.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I appreciate you, PhD, for being there and being able to witness what we have going on, and even being able to like jump on stage while we do our MC thing, while we master our ceremonies of energies. This isn't the first stage you jumped on with us. You've been on us
Right.
with the stereo. You've been on with thank you for the light, bro. There you go. You was on your Papa Legba or some Man in the Dark shit. But look, you did it with us with Clubhouse, and now you're here with us while we're streaming live to Facebook. We're streaming to Twitch, LinkedIn, um, and YouTube right now. So while we deliver some Kryon messages, man, I'm always grateful for your openness to be available, homie.
Of course. Yeah, I just got up. I got up this morning. I didn't expect. I went to bed at like 2 something. I worked all the way. I drove out like an hour and a half to UVA yesterday to go work,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty dope. There's a beautiful campus out there, and I'm just peeping the vibes and everything. And I'm like, yo, this is alright. I'm like, dang. I'm like, cause I just thought about, I'm grateful for the place that I've been going to school at and learning. And I'm like, there's so much more out there. I've been that's really been something that's been coming to me. I'm realizing a lot more. Um, it's just been coming to me that there's so much more outside of the current city that I'm in, and I think it's a good time to like travel and explore more, really branch out. It's been that time. So um also saw that they have like yoga and sound bath ceremonies and stuff out there. So I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna try to get integrated over there and put people on this Kanye water and drop some music links, put up some flyers and whatnot. So it's gonna be really
PhD playing the
promote.
PhD playing the PhD game, man. Like straight, this is what I'm talking about in regards to being a gamer. Like that's one of the things we met at a video game series where you had did a track for the Street Fighter. It was a tournament that we
Yeah,
met at. So it's like you definitely
right.
need to get back out there and do the festivals. You definitely need to be around the sound boulders. You definitely need to be around those that need to drink water, babe. That water, babe. That water, babe. Yo, if you can gear that track up, it'd be awesome. So that my peoples that are watching for the first time, that's watching the strip Twitch for the first time, yo, somebody said, I appreciate you, Yvonne. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, pal, I caught a bit of your stream on break. I really enjoyed the vibe, and I'm about supporting the creators who are on the rise. If you're down, connect to grow. Links in the DES and the Discord. I appreciate you, Stephen K. Yeah, man. Yvonne, thank you so much for dropping in. Like I told you, man, I've been streaming and twitching before Kai Sanat, and he just made it like major cool to do it and like get paid off of it. So like these moments of being able to connect with you and even talking about the video game world, I need you to submit a form too, bro. This form is going to lead to your card, bro. The form is right here in the form is right here in the comments. If you click on the form, I turn that form into a dope ass Pokemon card, bro, with all your powers and abilities. Like I said, I'm always impressed with you, man, where how you always go into these different situations or these different environments and you just be you. You be engineering shit. Like you be like, all right, I can take this here. This sounds good here. This I can see this moving here, and you
Mm-hmm.
connect a lot of dope people. And as that's why I always call you my engineer. One of my dopest, like when we talk about hip hop and music, from being able to write and be on tracks with each other. Like we did some dope ass tracks together. Like just the shit we did with Corey Ja and Mo, with E on the back in the background. Yeah, man, we did some dope shit. And it's just the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning. So we looking forward to hosting you up here at our house sometime in the springtime in 2026, so we can have a watch party of this episode. Bruh, 10 minutes from the land, my nigga. What? 10 minutes from the landmine, nigga. What?
You said from the landmine?
No. So look, so we're taking land back. You know, like Ibrahim Traoré, right? You know what Ibrahim Traoré is doing? We're doing that in Lenape territory in North New Jersey. So we got 1.2 acres of commercial land, right? That got 3 abandoned properties on it, right next to the water. And we got it. Like, that's ours. It's me and another Israelite brother named Prophet I Cry, the guy that makes these crowns. I trained under him for a year. So we stayed on the land for a year, and then we started telling the city that we served them notice that we're doing land claims on this. This is ours now. We're taking it back. We're going to work on the water. This is going to be a safe zone for houseless people, for families. We're going to do art and put a trust on these buildings. We've let them know all this already. But we're about to get a house, right? Paid for. We ain't got to pay no bills on it. It's paid for. 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, 10 minutes from the land. What?
That's fire.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. I can't make this shit up, bro. It's just level up season. It's just level up season. That's all I'm saying. So like I appreciate you sharing your divine glow up and tell me or let them know what you know about the Akashic records. Or do you ever remember listening to Kryon with us?
I did a couple times, yeah. I know Kryon is like a channeler, right? It's like a channel.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes hey, okay. Hey, today. I might need to
inside of the Pico. It's all good, bro. Just as long as
I
you
might
remember,
need to
you right.
explain.
Nah, it's all good. He is a channeler, bro. And I don't know if you can see the words that's over here to the right. I can't see it on that screen, but I can see it on mine. Nah, man, just Akashic records. Like, that's the records that we have that we get to tap into all of these divine, like the wisdom and knowledge. And it's Kryon itself, he tapped into the Akashic records. He like to tap into Merlin, other people, other mythical vibrations. There's a lot of people like Forbidden Knowledge taps into the Thoth, into Houthi. Like I said, I'm in my Papa Legba right now. Shout out to my hoodoo Vagdu priest. Knowing how to tap into the Akashic records allows people to tune into the quantum records of all lifetimes. Wisdom is accessible, do divinations, ancestor communication, and major abilities. It says co-creation. You create your reality. This is not a metaphor. This is magic and physics and the same thing. And unity consciousness. All beings are interconnected, separate of illusion. Mitaku yeo yasin. That means we are all relatives. We are all relations, bro. That's what we've been doing. Like, we've been co-creating. We're popping to each other's worlds. Like, boop. Do some dope shit real quick. Hey, Pranoya, Starseed, many blessings to you. Look forward to being on your podcast as well. But we popped into each other's worlds and we did some dope creations, bro. We talked a little bit about them earlier, from our music to just manifesting reality for doing rituals together. So I'm excited for you to get on tour and just map out what's next. What's next for PhD, man? If you had 3 places that you would want to manifest, like, you popping up in.
3 places I want to manifest that. Okay. One, I'm working towards a new space, like a new living space. I'm working on an apartment.
Hey.
A house would be dope. A house would be super fire, but we're getting there. That's next. Next, maybe touring. I definitely want to go to Japan. That's a big thing. I'm actually going to Japan next year, so I'm gearing up for that, for a Magic. So it's our yearly conference is coming up in June.
Hey.
Japan, man. So I need to brush up on some of my language a little bit, and lock in this plan that I have with Kryon water, where I want to. I'm trying to take Kryon water to different locations, so because you can do it like B2B, where I where I can like give it to like restaurants and like cafes and gyms and stuff like that, which is cool.
Mm.
Um, but if I can take it to another level, that's kind of where I'm going. I kind of realized that I like realize like I talked about it with my professor. So I have a professor that I did research with. His name's Dr. Kim. He's from Korea, South Korea, and he did research on electrolyzed reduced water like 20 years ago. It just so happens that out of everybody I did research with, he's the person I did it with, and he knows about it like real well. So he's like, "Yo, we need to get some machines on campus." I'm like, "Yes, we do." So
Yes, you
I'm trying to work.
do.
I'm working on that. I got, and if we can bring it to other campuses too, that's gonna be really awesome. Because I actually looked it up. I looked on ChatGPT, and it's to my knowledge, and their like search that there's no campuses with Kangen water. So like if I can get like conscious water on college campuses, especially like I saw like UVA got like sound baths and like they do yoga, like they have a conscious community. Like they do things that are like, very aligned with self care and elevating
Yeah.
yourself and your consciousness.
So so
Um
before
but,
so
yeah,
before you go too deep, tell the listeners what you talking about with a Najik and Kangen water. What
oh
is
yeah,
it and what's the benefits of it?
for sure. So Kangen water, it's a ionized or electrolyzed reduced water. What that means is, um,
I need to.
you, with water, you have H2O, right? Basically, they send electricity through the water that it'll take a hydrogen off of the water, one of the water molecules, so it helps create molecular hydrogen. This on like a macro scale. Um, when you drink water like that with hydrogen, like extra hydrogen, there's molecular hydrogen. It has microclusters that just like are in the water floating around. It's like real bubbly, and it's highly antioxidant. It's super healthy for you. Like it helps with so many things, like muscle like workout recovery. Like your muscles will recover faster. You have less brain fog, you have more energy overall, like you kind of feel a little bit more aware, low key, like, you know um what else, like it helps heal ailments, and I'm not saying it's like a cure, to anything, but it definitely really aids with healing your body, and when you do have things going on that are imbalanced in your bodies, uh, it's been shown with research, and there's been over like 1,100 different studies done with Kangen water, that it is really good for the body. You get more oxygen in your body. So that increases your intake, so your cells have more energy on the you know, on like on a metabolic level, um, which has to do with energy. So your mitochondria have more to work with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
got.
I
I
you
can, I
said
can break it down. I can break it
nah,
down.
bro. You said you just broke it. You broke it to
I
the
can
to
break
the
it down
start.
more.
Like
This
one,
ain't
you
by the
said you
flesh.
was a scientist. Like you're
Yeah,
definitely a mad scientist inside of the booth with the engineering, producing, and emceeing. Love what you're doing with water. The body is 83%
yeah,
water. Um, so that you just talked about it, the co-creation that you did with your professor, and like I said, I'm impressed and I'm always proud of you. That you're consistent. You consistently are moving forward with the things that you believe in. One of the things that like I said, these we're talking about um, the banners. Today's topic is uh, Kryon, the great shift of human evolution. Like the goal is that like the consciousness and the humans as a whole are shifting to a different frequency, different wavelengths. And I always tell people it's trending right now to like talk consciousness and metaphysics and quantum physics and all that, right? Even like the words you was just using, metabolical level. Like I love myself, my CELLPH for the balance. I keep it simple, man. I'm a pimp, pastor, politician. I love pushing peace, positive energy, activate cellular evolution. Like in those words, right? Those that will get what I just dropped, they get it. Those that won't, they won't get it. But I bring that up and bring it back because Kryon message for our time is that you are much grander than you think you are, and life on Earth is a grand experience if you allow it to be. I like surrounding myself with people that are experiencing life. Like you about to go to Japan, like, and shout out to you getting that house. I just told you, like, we're getting a house next year around my birthday time. My grandmother will be up here. Um, Life is good. Life is really good. Even though a bunch of crazy shit is happening, life is still fucking good. There's a ton of opportunities. And even what you doing, like, bro, it's this guy in Georgia named Dr. Dark Matter, right? That's not his real name, but it's his podcast name, Dr. Dark Matter. Dr. Dark Matter is in water filtration. Like he does like contracts with the state and contracts with the military for high powered water filtration devices. I told you our land is right next to water that like Newark's water supply has been fucking horrible since like the 60s and 70s when GE dumped a bunch of light and waste material into the lake, into the water. So that's it seeped into the entire city. So our goal is to liberate water, heal water, make it better, right? And like I said, you're talking about Enagic water, and in January he's having a conference in January in Atlanta, where he invited me and E and our squad out to talk about. It's not just talking about water, but it's a trade conference, connecting people like business owners from Africa, business owners from South America, different parts of the diaspora, all meeting up to do business with melanin dominant people over here in the U.S. So I share some of these things because like I just know the time it is, and like to hear that this getting it in the schools, bro. You talk to ChatGPT, you talk to the AI, they let you know the area you could provide a solution, and now you just got to be in position for it.
That's right, man. That's right.
Uh-huh.
So I'm excited. That's awesome. Actually, it's funny you said you're gonna be in Atlanta. You said.
Yep, January we're gonna be in Atlanta.
Okay, so my partner Internagic, she actually was just in Atlanta for an Internagic summit. So they were actually in Alpharetta for an Internagic summit where they had like doctors and other leaders in Internagic to come out and um and just really just show what is like what's going on right now, and just to show like to anchor in a magic more, to really give like people like to give a better understanding of what it is, and how they can reach more people. So
Yeah, man. Listen, one of the things I learned,
it's interesting.
and why you bring up a magic, right? So
Yeah.
back in 2000, I think it was like 2014 or 2013 is when I first started like dabbling in affiliate marketing, network marketing, the marketing of the future, the
Yeah.
group marketing. Like that's what these organizations like Enagic or Amway or ACN. E is being recruited by this group called ACN that has their
Okay.
own decentralized banking. They got their own banking network. They got their own apps, but they also decentralize paying your bills. So like you run the bills through that marketing group, and you pay yourself. Like learning to pay yourself because you're really the bag is the ultimate hack in capital. Like I said, all I want to do is sue people that's been doing bad business to my people, and I'm just balancing the books. It's not personal. It's not personal. We passed that because if it was personal, we wouldn't be able to do good business. Uh,
Right.
so it's like When I talk to people about business opportunities, and I say we get recruited because the same people that's buying our house, they gotta pay for our. They're gonna get us in the magic system as well, because like the water here right now sucks, and we got a water filter device that they gotta pay for little filters. But no, you should buy us this. You should sow into one of our business partners. That's where you should send your money. I told our investors that they made their money so that they could give it to our people now.
Still here? Can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
Oh.
PhD. No, come back. PhD. PhD. Yeah, man. Hopefully PhD can come back through, bro. You listening to the? Are we pulling you through the meta portal, bro? Come on, PH. Pretty Huge Dreams will be back momentarily. Nah, but we appreciate. Like I said, I'll finish up. I'll finish up this thought process. Being able to have investors that believe in your dream, or being able to have people that. Here we go. You back, homie. Being able to have people that can believe in your dream, or have an idea of them trying to care about you, knowing how to move that assets that your way. Like one of the things, right? It says, as you raise your consciousness, you become a beacon of light, influence, and uplifting the world around you. Why Kryon matters for liberation. Kryon teaches that what looks like chaos and darkness is actually the light exposing what's been hidden. Empire is being revealed because consciousness is rising. We are not victims of difficult times. We are the change agent these times have called for. Like Kryon guidance on reality creation. Life is meant to be easy when we align with our inner guidance. Like life is meant to be easy when we align with our inner guidance. That's why all of these rituals, these sound bowls. I told you when I first met you, PhD, I was like, yo, I just want you to make my sound or my tone align with 432 hertz. You remember that? I was like, XX told me that's what I need to do. I was like, this is my first time recording. 4032 hertz is what I was told I need to do. So it's just being able to align the frequencies and vibe, connect to your inner compass. What happened, bro? Fell out. We're going through a planetary ascension. This is the shift the ancestors prophesied. Things appear worse because light is exposing darkness for clearing. Trust the divine plan. Everything leads to greater spiritual evolution. There we go. Forgiveness, release, or let go of the old patterns and freeze energy for new creation. Each person has unique purpose. Follow your passion, use your gifts. Um, Kryon, reincarnation, and soul contracts. We choose our life circumstances before birth for specific lessons. Karmic imprints are not punishment but opportunity for mastery. Karmic groups reincarnate together. And I'm gonna share something with the karmic shit too, right? A lot of that's where is a major, I want to say, trap. Um, Being able to know that karma is real and you could balance it here, um, but you don't. There's not a specific set of lessons that you have to punish yourself to learn. Like it's there because the books are being balanced. Shit is happening, and what I mean by that is that people moving in, people moving out. Why? Because the color of their skin. Run, 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 but you sure can't hide. You can't hide from karma. She's one of the dopest bitches ever. So just knowing that reincarnation, especially within certain frequencies, there's a 3D world, and then there's like a 4D, 5D world, and then there's like a 5D, 6D. And these are just like dimensions of awareness, like dimensions of understanding, overstanding, right? And what I mean by that is that I know when I'm gonna die, right? When I transition out of this life, because of the children and the stuff that I did and the stuff that we're doing right now, like my frequency, I'll have mad nodules of evolution that I can come back into, and I know that I could start up another game. I know there's a bunch of games that are going on right now. And because we are being intentional in these now moments, I don't have to fear death. I don't have to fear the loss of anything. I know that we're quantumly entangled. I just have to maximize my intention and time here now. And when you operate, the more you operate in flow state, right? Even my homie PhD, we didn't schedule him to come on to the live stream, but he's always in our frequency when we level up. Always. Whenever we level up, PhD is not far to be found, man. It's super beautiful because I've created a certain algorithm, and these are like our bird calls, man. So shout out to PhD and Anagic Water. For those that have heard this message, like if you are into music or if you're into healthy living, drink water, babe, is very important. This message, definitely check out Kryon. We're going to do a couple more of these before throughout this month before we drop the episode. But each one of these lives is looking to let you in to a core teachings that's inside of our Empire Autopsy. Edutainment is everything. We go over supreme mathematics, the divine language, core teachings of supreme mathematics is numbers or consciousness frequencies that reveal divine order and personality. The foundation that's taught through the 5%ers, knowledge, the foundation of beginning, ciphers, the circle, wisdom, the action of knowledge, that's 2, understanding or understanding is the synthesis of knowledge and wisdom, the culture, the freedom is number 4. So balancing the first 4, right, allows you to open up freedom to the 4. A lot of our teachings, we merge all of the collective consciousness that has helped us. So you'll get some supreme mathematics, some hip hop with some comedic science, some Seth and Jane Roberts, and some Kryon, and some Abraham Hicks and the Vortex. Like these are the things that got me through. So before we close this ceremony, we want to, like I said, pour it out for the homies, pour it out for the ancestors. We do ceremony to close this. We had a great fucking day. Shout out to the people that messaged and like, yo, that really tuned in from Twitch. We had people from Twitch. We had people tuned in from YouTube. My homie tuned in from Instagram, PhD. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Great Grandma, Josito, Morgano, Dolores Jackson, Auntie Fran, and Grandpa Russell. Thank you, 7 generations behind and 7 generations forward. Geronimo Goyolake, Nipsey, Maya Lansky. We appreciate it. Call in the abundance. We call in the attunement. I say, Right, right. You have at least one person the entire time. At some points, we peaked at like 3 or 4 on YouTube, Twitch. Had somebody sign up for the form.
I heard that.
And then have people on the stream. Like I said, like, it's like I can up and they can see like and I'm connected to my Twitch now. And then we got PhD his frequencies his device is going to calibration.
Going up all the way. It has a basement. It has a backyard. Bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I love the rest part.
From the east to the west, west,
And it's a fucking
west. The white gate.
with the white gate. It's a condo. It's attached to so I set up the flushes. Images are AI.
May you be well. Mitaku Yeo Yasin. We are all relations. 999 to the 369. Big ups to XXX Tentacion. Juice World. Live forever. Meyer Lansky. Nina Simone. Josito Morgano. Dolores Jackson. Terry Willis. Timothy Harris. All of my unborn seeds, children, family, ancestors. Ori. Oya, Oshun, Obatala, Chi, Oyetin, Man, Soit, Si, Ow. Shout out to my great aunts, Auntie Philly, Auntie Fran, Josie, Joe, Uncle Yusuf, Minute Maid Meech, Ashada Shakur, Mansa Musa, Marcus Garvey, George Washington Carver. We call in the ancestors now. We call in the Nipseys, the Kobe's for the crown. Maya Angelou's, we call them in to be able to take back what's ours. Ashe. Tune in next time to Empire Autopsy. Will we ever drop some grief, or we going to drop that reality? Yeah.